Okay, build that. So basically, guys, I'm gonna just go over like everything that happened and shit. So I know a lot of y'all are like wondering, like, CJ, what the fuck did you do, nigga? You got a court date, like, what the fuck? So basically, like, I was on some bullshit a couple months ago, and basically, I was just like on a downfall, like crazy as fuck, like crazy downfall, and bad trajectory, like just that shit went bad as fuck, bro. And so basically, I was down on my ass, like I was like trying to get paid. So basically, I was just chasing the money, like nigga was road running. So basically, you know what I'm saying? Whenever you're doing shit like that, like you make bad decisions, and like I said, that was one of my worst decisions I ever made, like ever. Like I did a lot of bad shit, like mind you, a lot of bad shit. Like that was the worst one. And so basically, I'm hitting up my homeboy. My homeboy sent me the person for this. So boom, he sent me the person for this. I'm like, all right, say that because I knew he did it. Motherfucker had a TRX back when I knew him, and this nigga is working at main event with me. Like, boom, this nigga pulling up in the fucking Ram. He had a Ram one time. He didn't have a TRX. I'm capping, but the nigga that I seen like during this, the TRX would come back into the play, but basically one of the other guys, head honcho, had a TRX, and he was following me. So basically, it'll come back. So what? Basically, my homeboy had a Ram. He had a Chrysler at one point. He had a Charger, and he got caught up doing some shit. So he was on probation for like a little minute, and so he's on probation, and so I'm basically like, bet he can't give me in no jobs or nothing right now. So I'm like, I'm trying to see where he work at, try to get in on a job, like a real job, cause I needed an actual job. Like no one was hiring me. And so basically, I was like, fuck it, no one's hiring me. It's holiday season. I gotta make some shake. So basically, I think it was 2 weeks like before Christmas or some shit. I think so. It was about 2 weeks before Christmas. And so basically, um, I texted them. They were like, boom, boom. And basically, they dropped me off a truck. They brought me a truck. Like, nigga, I'm sitting there, no money in my pocket. Like, scavenging money. And so I had no money in my pocket. I had maybe like $50. $50 I drove there. And so the first time I drive there, right? I'm driving, boom, I'm going to Laredo. Laredo, keep that in mind too. So boom, I'm going to Laredo, and I just I basically I was on a little mission. And so basically I was on a little mission, and it was for like moving people. And so it was like moving people. And so I was doing that, and I get there, everything going smooth. My first time though, tire popped. Like I'm driving, I hear doo 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 doo. I'm like, oh shit! I pull over on the side of the road. Thank God I didn't like spin out because the tire was bent in. Like that shit was bent in. Like I'll show a picture of it. Like look, I'm gonna post that bitch right here. And so I'm gonna show y'all the picture. And it basically like I was like, oh shit. And then I called the tow truck. The people's give me right. Like I'm in that bitch. People's give me right. They pay for like the most of the shit. Like I paid maybe like $50. Like I paid like a little portion, but they pay like 80%, and they pay for everything. You know, I'm sitting there like, oh shit, like fuck, they're about to fucking. I'm out of there. Like you know what I'm saying? I'm out of there. So, basically I tell them, do I still keep going? Because I got the tire fixed. I went to Walmart. I was sitting there for like 2 hours on the phone. Like I was mad as fuck. Nobody else knows where I'm at. Like I'm going out of the way. And so then I basically they tell me, oh, just go back to the crib. So I drive back to the crib, everything straight, and I forget to take this paper out of the fucking thing. So I forget to take this paper out the fucking car or a truck, and so I forget to take it out the truck, and so this will also like play another part. So boom, next day I go back, everything going smooth. I'm like, oh, this shit's like easy drive, like, cause I had a test run already, so I'm thinking everything gonna be cool. I had a test run. I was like, fuck it. I get there, park up. They put the people. They're gone for like an hour. My phone dies. My phone fucking dies. So I'm like, oh my god, everything like. I'm like, oh shit, I don't have a charger, and they had my chargers because it was all in the truck. And so I'm like, oh shit. Basically, my phone's dying. Shit. Yeah, my phone's dying. I'm like, oh shit. So I'm like waiting for that bitch to cut on. And I'm like, oh shit, this shit's over. They're gonna come back and then they're gonna be pissed off at me. Which he was. The nigga was mad. He was like, he was all pissed. And I don't know the guy, but I have no clue. Basically, he just tells me to go this way. He's following me the whole time. Mind you, I've already seen at least 10, 15 cops in the area. So I'm like, oh shit. Like, I'm thinking this bad neighborhood. Like, I'd never been to Laredo, so I had no clue. This is my first time. I've always traveled, but I've never been there. But I'm like, this shit's gonna be slight. I know people that did it, know people that do it. And so I'm like, boom, it's like, I'm driving back. I only think I have 2 motherfuckers back there. I look back, I'm like, thinking I only have 2. I'm all making fun of them and shit. I'm like, damn, y'all niggas only gave me 2. I told y'all niggas give me a good load. Da da da. Bro, I ain't checked the trunk. Or I ain't checked the back. I'm like, oh shit. So boom, I'm driving. I see a sheriff like way up there. I'm like, fuck. I look behind me, there's a nigga behind me already. He turned the lights on. He don't even turn the sirens on. I didn't even peep it. He didn't even turn the sirens on. I should start honking my horn or some shit so they could have ran. And so basically, boom, boom, I stopped. The nigga in the back shaking. I'm like, just chill. And so basically, they came up to our right side. They already knew, because if they came to the left side, I was clear. I knew I was clear. They come to the right side. They say freeze, hands up. And so I'm like this the whole time. I'm like, boom, hand on the dash, because, you know, I'm not going out like that. And so, boom, white cop told me, like, boom, like, that nigga had the thing on me. So I'm sitting there like, my fucking life flashed before my eyes. And so I'm sitting there like, damn, he could have just blew my shit. Because they thought I had weapons in the car. Thank God I had no weapons in the car. And so I didn't have no weapons in the car, nothing like that. And so I basically had no clue, like, of any, like, most of the shit. Like, I was very lost in the sauce. Because it was like one of those things, like, you don't really know too much info. You just go as you go. And you just do as you do. And so I didn't know too much. They take pictures of me and shit. And I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, I'm sitting there just like, not saying shit. I'm got my head down. I just tell them to get my, like, I have like this little pocket Bible. And so I tell them, like, just let me see that. And can I get my phones? And because basically they told me empty my pockets. They took everything out of my pockets. They were like, not playing that shit. Then 12 other cops like pulled out of nowhere. I'm like, what the fuck? Where'd all these niggas come from? I'm sitting there like, what the fuck? Then they take me in. They cut my shoelaces. It was so weird. They cut my shoelaces. I never had that happen. Cut my shoelaces, and they took my belt. Thank God I didn't have like a designer belt. I would have been mad, because I paid $30-$50 for this belt. Y'all gonna take my belt and try to throw it? They took my Nike Tech, so I don't got a Nike Tech no more. I gotta go buy a new one. But basically all that happened, and now I'm like is restarting in like life. God damn. Basically, I'm like restarting in life right now, and that's basically the story time on it, because I was sitting in that bitch for at least 6 hours before they even called anybody. 6, 7 hours, and then my peoples came pick me up. I was in that bitch for at least 8, 10 hours. Nigga did not go out as no snitch, so I ain't trying to hear none of that shit. Nigga did not snitch. I was 10 toes down, you know what I'm saying? I'm not finna snitch on them peoples, cause what the fuck? If I snitch on them, I'll be really out of there. So I kept my mouth quiet, and that's possibly the best thing I could have did. And they told me basically don't come back out there. And I basically get caught in this little city called Pearsall. That's where I got caught. And basically I just got the paper for that. It's right here. Let me see. Let me see if I can show y'all that. Like without showing anything important. So basically it's like right here. Basically they put that shit on my door. I don't got the envelope yet. I gotta go get it. And so basically all that shit happened, and I came back. I chilled for a little bit and I left. And then that'll be another story time. But I appreciate y'all for watching the video. If y'all stuck along, and like, subscribe, comment. Let me know what other story times I should do, any video ideas. I'll keep all these things in mind. People are asking me right now as we speak to post this, so I'm basically like trying to make that video for y'all. So y'all just stay in with the journey though. I feel like I should give y'all more backstories about me before I post any like really content I want to do. So y'all just keep in mind for all that. I appreciate y'all.